Hello everyone and welcome back. Welcome newcomers and new subscribers. Thank you so much. I love you so much. Thanks for checking in and stopping by. And today is all about my Angraecoids. And I'm starting with perhaps the king of all. Well, not the king, but the king to me. It is Angraecum longicalcar, which does have the longest spur. It is a variety of Superbum. These are from Madagascar. Warm, hot, lots of water. The next is Angraecum Lady Lisa, which is a cross, and it has some Scottianum in it. I'm not sure what else. I can't remember right off the top of my hand. But it is a fragrant night fragrant. A lot of these are night fragrant. Star-shaped, white, some with edge of green, as for example, I believe the last one might have in some hybrids. Now this is a species which is Angraecum florentinum, which is very fragrant, more intermediate, same amount of water year-round. That was the stitching. And that was a Scottianum there, which I love. So, moving on from that, down here, right in front here, is my Angraecum Joy Stewart, which is a cross, of course, that has bloomed a lot for me. Very reliable, produces lots of kikis and reblooming spikes. See those nice roots? It is doing very well, but it is inside a cup that has a reservoir. It likes lots of water during the growing season. It is a vining growth, and I'm going to get that mealy on there. It loves the new growths and the new inflorescence on certain orchids. Moving on along. Down here, it getting some shade is my Aranthes. What is that? Purity. Anyway, I'll put the name up, but I love it. It's an Aeranthes. This is another longicalcar Angraecum, which is a variety of Superbum or Eburnum. And the spur is what distinguishes it, a baby kiki, that is. They get very big. Now down below is a cross, it's an Angranthes, Aranthes, Walnut Valley, I believe that's what it is. And you can see it was getting a little bit too much sun and some rain, so I have lowered it. This next one is one that I got from Peter Lynn, and I will again put the name of it up. I keep forgetting to put the tag on it. It looks like there's a root coming out, so I'm happy with that. That one is not so, it is a new one to my collection, let me say. This one is as well. I got this one, Kelly, at High Desert Orchids, which is a cross spicata, Aerangis spicata, and Elro, or Muro, I think Elro. And it is doing well for me. It's continued on with those new roots, and it's got a new leaf coming. Not new roots, but they're green tipped. You see they're lovely. Look at that shade. Love it. And so it hasn't stopped to eat since I got it. Let's move on down this way to this, continuing to recover, but it is pulling through. This is my Cyrtorkis arcuata. And it came with those nubbins, and they've continued to stay. And the kiki as well. So there are some roots, more roots, big thick roots coming out of the back. These, again, they like more, they're from more mountainous regions, but they bloom in the late winter, early spring. This is another one that has been a trouble for me in the past, but for some reason this is doing well. You see those new roots, and it's got there's some nubbins coming out there at the top. You see that? If I get this to bloom, I will freak out. It's my Oeniella polystacca. Another Angraecoid, which is a Vanda type growing that gets its spikes, as you can see, the spent ones from between the leaves. And down here in some shade is my Aeranthes Arachnidis, which is very similar to Grandolina, but a little bit smaller in flower, maybe a little bit of a green, more of a green tint to it. But these are doing really well in my care. Since I've got them, both of them are progressing well. Lots of roots in the pot. They get long, dangly spikes, those Aranthes, and they continue to bloom as long as they stay green. Now here's another hybrid, which is an Aeranthes Grandolina, another beautiful one, which is an Aranthes grandiflora that's crossed with Magdalena. And then down there is my Aranthes grandiflora, which is looking kind of shabby. I do have another one upstairs that has this bloom spike on it. The bloom just finished. But this is the king of all Angraecoids, which is Cespis Spodale, which is the Darwin's orchid. Still a lot of growth to do. It is newly repotted. Moving on down, I have this little mounted Biguiere, Angraecum Biguiere, which I love. They like warmth. They like a little bit more shady conditions than the bigger Angraecoids, but it has the most unique flower other than Aranthes Unrichi. It has some orange in the lip. And I had a big one that is another story, but next to it is another one of my favorites, which is Magdalena Angraecum, which is the queen. And I just remember that I forgot one, but oh well. This will have to happen. I forget sometimes, but I have two of them, and one is looking kind of like it's not going to make it. I just got those from Equigena. The other is looking very nice in the rock. I really think that it is going to pull through. Alright, so we're down here to two of my favorites, but should be more well known. This is Aerangis Anglican, which is a very nice hybrid cross, which is long Capcom crossed with Scatianum. Fragrant, really nice, can get really big and produce several on a spike. And I love my Angraecum Cassiolaris, which I got from Andy. And it is very tiny and miniature. It is doing really well for me in a shady location, getting a lot of water. And you can see those nice roots. And even the kikis are growing well for me. And the spike is lovely with the flower open. If I can get the plant around. This again is from Madagascar. These are can be terrestrial, but are most likely epiphytic on trees. And look at the flower, very tiny. Love it. You can see that spur hanging down there in the back. And the lovely chartreuse green and the white little portion inside of the lip there. Nice little thing. See how it stacks up next to my finger? Very, very tiny. But once you get lots of spikes going, you can have lots of flowers. There is no scent though, unfortunately. Very easy to grow. And folks, I did miss one, which was my Linford YPV. But I'll have to show it to you another time. But as for now, thanks for watching. Enjoy your orchids.